Welcome back to an amazing Ford Transit Ekko build, and we got really the entire catalog thrown at this thing. This is probably one of the most modified Transit Ekkos that we've had come through. Let's take a little look at what we did. Starting in the front, really the big thing you're gonna see is the bumper and the lights. We had the full array of the Baja awesomeness with the FreedomVanGo fog light kit, where we give you the lights, the bracket, the pre-cut bezels, all that stuff. Takes you 10 minutes to put on. Really awesome upgrade for your driving abilities. They are DOT approved, so awesome there. We have the LP6s. These are not DOT approved. Do not use them. You'll get a ticket. Only use them off-road, please. Those lights are mounted to the CA Tune front bumper for the Ford Transit. This also has the Warn Evo 12S winch. That's a 12K synthetic line winch that will really get this thing out of anything it's gonna get in trouble with. And under that, we got the Van Compass modified skid plate to work with the CA Tune bumper. And at the base of the windshield, we have the Van Compass hoodline pod mounts with the Baja Squadrons on them as well. They're the combos, so they're some flood and some spot. And then around the exterior, on the roof rack, you'll see a bunch of little lights. They're the Baja S1s. These are gonna give you great area light when you're getting into camp, so that you can see what you're doing in the dark, when you're backing up, when you're turning along the trail, stuff like that. Also really nice for when you're, camped and you want to light up the camp spot. Gives you really nice ambiance. If you have something like a Garmin power switch that pairs with your Garmin tread that is in the dash in this, you can also dim the lights so that they're not at full brightness. On the outside, we have the tried and true Falcons and the 245 75 16s. We also did the method wheels. This gives you a little change in the offset in the back, a much nicer appearance, and it makes it easier to hit your valve stems in the rear wheels with the wheel spacers that we added on to make sure you have plenty of clearance in between the rear tires. On the suspension side, we have the Van Compass lower control arms. This is gonna give you much better angle and better adjustability for your alignment, as well as a Topo 2.0 in the front, which gives you a leveling of 2 inches in the front when coupled with the Opti rates in the back. An amazing ride both on and off-road. The Falcon shocks in the rear also let you adjust the stiffness and softness of the shock to make it a little nicer off-road and on-road, depending on how you like your van to handle. And then up here we have our, I don't want to say patented because it's really not, but we've been doing these for a long time, absolutely love them. The turn overland window in the door gives you the ability to see what's outside the door as people are knocking and gives you even more airflow. Up top with the solar, we went to 1,000 watts of solar. On a really good day in Florida, that gives you enough to run the AC without even touching the battery, so that's a really good plus. On the back here, we have the Blue Ridge Overland Gear tire bag. This is gonna be a lifetime warranty, made in America product right out of Bedford, Virginia. These guys are amazing. The one that we've had in our van has been on there for at least 5 or 6 years. This thing will last forever. It's great for firewood, for trash, for recovery gear, anything you wanna grab that you don't wanna have in the back of the van. This thing's awesome. Also has some drain holes in it, so you can just hose it out and it'll be good to go. We also have Max Trax mounted to the back door, along with the Exodus Essentials Max Trax mount. In my opinion, kind of the best way to hold your Max Trax regardless of what vehicle it is. We did the awesome new Navidock for the Transits. Mount super secure, doesn't vibrate, really, really nice, along with the Garmin Tread 8-inch, which is gonna be amazing because the Garmin Tread is cool because it gives you your height restrictions on your RV in places you can't go. So especially if you're in the Northeast, it really keeps you out of trouble with low bridges and places where you're not allowed to take an RV, which is super duper important when you're traveling. And then finally, we have the Shield Mons. So these are really cool because they're both heated and ventilated. They're really comfortable, almost infinitely adjustable. All the bolsters can adjust, the angles of all the seats, your back area, headrest, everything's adjustable. Like if you can't get comfortable with these, you're just not gonna be comfortable. So when you open the door, you got the cool VanMade Gear shade. It's gonna make it so that you can have some good insulation and all that kind of stuff on the window. It's all nice, great insulation inside of here. Also has a bug screen. You'll see this through all of the windows inside. They all have this amazing awesomeness from VanMade Gear. And then coming on inside, you have our L bench. So this is gonna give you the ability to get rid of those 2 forward-facing seats and then have your little L bench. 3 people can fit in here relatively comfortably. The customer opted for this cool little table that is kind of like the Spreco, where it has a little release here. It goes forward and back, side to side. You can also lower it down so that you can have a platform. So if you had like a dog or something like that, and you have a nice big bed over here for the puppy-to-pup. Super nice and convenient. On the floor, we have our Inhabit mats. Now these were custom made for us. to fit our L dinettes, and if you wanted a table pedestal, we can option for that also. So if you have an L bench or you're wanting to get an L bench, we do have the Inhabit floor solution for you. So with our L bench, it also opens up the chance for you to do really cool things like add a third and a fourth battery. So now this has 4 320 amp hour batteries, which gives an insane amount of power to do really whatever you want for a couple of days without having to worry about the generator or starting the motor or hooking up to shore power. Now, secondarily with that, we also did a Victron 3000 kVA multiplex upgrade. So we got rid of the Xantrex and put a Victron in. And with 1,000 watts of solar, we did the Victron 15085 solar controller, along with an Orion DC-DC charger, a smart shunt, and then all that gets piped into a Servo GX and a Touch 70, which is mounted up here at the entryway door to give you all of the information of what's happening in your power system. So do you want the ultimate Ekko upgrades? Well, come to the Ultimate Ekko shop, FreedomVanGo here in Jacksonville, Florida. We can absolutely make that happen. Give us a holler at freedomvango.com/contact. You can either call or you can email. We prefer you to email, fill out the contact form, give us all the information we need to reach out to you and make sure that we have all the information ahead of time. And then also, if you want to do any of this stuff yourself, or you want to modify your Ekko with things like Inhabit mats or our flip-up table or anything else, you can go to vanpartswarehouse.com and get your cool stuff to help upgrade your adventure.